We formed over here in London, and we got together and started writing some music. It wasn't a well thought out plan. Steve and I were always going to meet up in London and start a band, so when we ran into these two on the way.
Yeah.
What was part 2 of the question? I think we've been sort of picking and choosing what shows we do. We've been in terms of playing in London, we play once a month, and we've been trying to up the size venues, you've been doing a lot of marketing and web stuff, Andrew.
I think we consciously made a decision at the beginning of our career that we would only play once a month or less regularly than some other bands and try and maintain a strong following.
And we pick and choose what venues we play. I think someone along the line told me, I think it was a good bit of advice, but they said to not say yes to any and every gig. You don't want to be playing to 5 or 6 people. We would rather do the right venue and play to a full crowd. So that stems, I think, it ties in with us playing once a month in London. We try and fill a venue. So that's what we've been doing.
You have a better show that way.
I think so. We play better. We play better. It's all about the crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got more energy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than playing to a room full of 10 people.
Nowhere I'd rather be.
The one piece of advice that I would give is about relaxing and just being yourself when you're performing, because the crowd can really tell if you're nervous, and they kind of feed off your energy. So I think just go up there and perform like you're just performing in front of friends. Enjoy it.
Be yourself, get loose. You gotta enjoy it though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd can definitely tell when you're not having fun, and equally so they can tell when you are having fun. So it's very important to be very lively on stage and not have any restrictions
and play through mistakes. If something goes wrong, they don't know. They're a few beers in, they don't know.
We've had some major cock-ups where some people haven't even noticed afterwards that no one uses
exactly. And it's meant to
we think's horrible.
We think it's terrible because you have practices that go really well, and you think, well, if we do that on stage, and play it really well. I mean, on that, you don't need to play perfectly live. The songs that you record is one thing. You can do a lot more with recording it. Don't work. Just do a version of it live. Get stuck in more. Give people that live experience. More emotion. Yeah. Just get the sweat running down your face and get right into it and show what you're meaning. If you've written the lyrics or you got the message, just give it heaps and give them that experience.
Yeah,
that's what live and recording is different.
Yeah. We're working on a few new songs. We've got a couple new songs we're playing in the set at the moment. He was a fighter and
sort of live testing, aren't we? We're live testing.
And they're going pretty well, especially He Was a Fighter. And we're also jamming on like a disco sort of Indian sort of song. Disco Cherokee Indian.
That's my favourite one ever.
Racial. Yeah.
Which could be a massive hit if you ask me.
I reckon.
We're hoping to be back in the studio, what, May time?
Yeah,
May?
June 2012, hopefully wrap something up by the end of the year. Have some new material to release next year.
Yeah, we're sort of in a, I don't think we're going to do a full album necessarily. I mean, this could change, but at the moment we're thinking just do another EP. We want to get some more music out to the loyal followers, and as the fan base grows, give them something new to set their teeth into.
Nowhere I'd rather be.
I will take this one. We have wholeheartedly embraced social media over the last few years since we've been together. Facebook has worked really well for us. Twitter increasingly well for us as we use it more. I think the most important thing we did was launch a website for the band, melicband.com. I think most of our traffic goes through there, and from there we get links to our social media. And then, of course, it's staying on top of all of the different outlets you have, so Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, etc., etc. It can get a bit overwhelming sometimes. I think there's a bit of a saturation in the market for some of these muso websites, but if you pick and choose and use the ones that are popular at the time, I think.
Well, but not only popular, ones that work for you.
Work, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's one of the distribution side. It's emblem for us, it just works. Yeah, and that's what we need, it serves the purpose. I don't really care who else is using it, you know, that just works.
I mean, Twitter, for example, we have Melic Band, at Melic Band, and when Romy is tweeting, she'll put Romy and then colon, and then writes what she's up to, what she's listening to, and people follow that. Rather than having 4 different ones as well, and just to spread that out, we find that it works better when people are just watching what everyone's up to. And I don't even know, I might tweet something about what I'm up to, and then Andrew's doing something miles away, and chimes in seconds later, but we get some good response from that, I think.
I will also add that if you're a young band starting out, don't be too focused on trying to make money from your music. It's more important to get your music out to people. So that I think one of the best things we did as a band was give away our first 2 EPs for free.
Absolutely.
That was the most important part to spreading the Melic awareness, I think.
One we haven't mentioned, which I think is very important, is YouTube.
YouTube,
Well, I think it's a good way, an easy way for people to listen to our music.
People almost use it to YouTube as
so popular.
They use it as a search engine. I mean, we've recorded our new single "Nowhere I'd Rather Be." We've just filmed the music video, but we have just put a frame up and put the audio file up on YouTube, and it's got nearly 1,500, 1,600 hits, and in a very short time. So people were hearing it on the radio wherever they are, and they're just finding it. You know, they're not necessarily looking at the video file. Obviously, there's nothing to look at.
I think the best way to make use of social media, if you are using it like Facebook, etc., is it's all about content. So regular updates. You know, you don't want to go 2 weeks or 2 months without doing an update on your Facebook page. It's got to be almost daily, or you know.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to annoy people.
If you do too much, you get annoyed.
I think
it's a good balance.
Yeah, I think it's about finding a balance, and I think we did it quite well because we only update our pages with content that's relative and interesting. We don't just random.
We ask ourselves, we
had a shower this morning.
Yeah. We'll look at the demographics. We'll come back to it.
And now we're all here, we're all the same.
We're 4 random musicians, aren't we, put together? I think that's probably one point. I mean, Andrew's very into your metal, your drumming. You know, never played with someone that uses double kick and an acoustic song as much as you do. It's a compliment, by the way. I'm giving you a compliment right now. I don't know, do you have any rebuttal from me on that?
No, not at all. I welcome your guitar work on this.
Here's an idea.
We're actually working on a new genre. It's acoustic death metal. Not going so well, but yeah.
It's got to be original,
Yeah, original.
And I don't think you need to force being original. You know, I think if you let it just come with you, and we've got the perfect platform with us. We've got many different influences ourselves, so we just let it come through, and it just happens.
Yeah. We don't
search for uniqueness, do we?
We don't go into a practice or a rehearsal thinking we're going to write a song in a certain style. We more or less go in and something comes out, and sometimes it's acoustic, sometimes it's funk, sometimes it's hard rock, and
sometimes it's rubbish.
Sometimes it's rubbish.
a lot of times it's rubbish.
And sometimes it's disco.
Just flow with it. Enjoy what you're doing.
Mate, I think the most important thing is we write music that we enjoy.
You can't try and be unique. There's so much stuff out there. There's so much stuff that's been done. No, like play.
Let's leave it at that.
You can't play. Okay, getting exposure. Well, we're getting a lot of radio play at the moment in New Zealand, I believe, and we're on every day in Amsterdam, and we've got some internet radio sites. I mean, it's all pretty
good. New Zealand and Netherlands.
New Zealand.
Those are the big markets you need to hit.
The natural
and some online radio stations.
Online radio stations have been good. Yeah. Amazing radio have been good to us.
Yeah, really good.
I think
magazines as well.
MTN Radio.
Magazine.
Yeah.
vintage guitar
T
website.
TNT magazine actually in London have been good to us.
Also, with we have a video coming out shortly for our single "No I'd Rather Be," and we're hoping to.
Sorry.
So good at that.
Sorry.
We're hoping to get that out there on the YouTube and possibly some airplay back in New Zealand to support the radio play. And
That'll be a big exposure for us, right?
Yeah, it would be, and building on that, hopefully some airtime in the UK as well. But we'll see. It's a tough market.
Juice TV, MTV.
I think also you can't discount exposure from a live gig. Because if you played a home crowd, if most people know you, there's still going to be 10-20% of 30-40% of the audience who don't have and have never heard you.
Yeah, they're there to support.
And if you put on a rubbish performance, they're not going to come back. You need to.
Yep.
If you perform well, they'll look you up.
And that's probably the most
good exposure.
important exposure.
Because
as well.
that's fresh blood.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and that's
you
why
sold them there and then.
for us, festivals is a big goal for this year. For us, we want to, getting your name on the poster is part one. Playing the show and getting the people walk past or wondering who that is playing or whatever. Now that's all. Those are all new fans. In terms of exposure, being involved in festivals, I think it's really.
I think it's
stage wear.
Yeah, without sounding too wanky, it's about leveraging the advertising you have. So, like you said with the names on posters, make a big deal out of it. Don't be afraid to make a big deal out of if your name's on a poster with even if you're low down on the bill, it's still a big deal.
You're doing a show with that person
because we're not paying for it. It's free advertising.
Yeah. So use that shit. By all means, do check out melicband.com, our website. It gives you all the correct information, and we play regularly in London. So if you'd like to have a good time and like to see real music, check it out.
You can hear our new EP there as well. Nowhere I'd Rather Be on iTunes. Thanks.
Bye.
A chance to live again, finally found. It all comes back around.